Guys, welcome back to the channel. Sorry I'm a little late getting a video out today. I've been pouring concrete all day. So I want to quickly get you a video out and talk about this diesel shortage. So there's a lot of guys right now talking about a diesel shortage, but they're not covering what I think are the two major sort of headwinds that could come for us and really tip us over the edge. So I've got a bunch of notes down here. If you see me looking down, I'm just making sure I get you the facts straight. So what are the diesel shortage issues? So right now the US has 25 days of diesel supply available. We get the new print tomorrow. So this one they're running it off of came out on the 24th of October. Tomorrow's will come out on Halloween the 31st. We'll get to see where we've dropped to, but right now they're saying 25 days. So that's a really small supply. We haven't seen that diesel that low since 2008, which is really long time ago. Sadly, I can still remember that. But anyway, what this is doing is it's having ripples throughout the economy. And we're already starting to see it in heating oil on the East Coast. So they're rationing heating oil in the Northeast. And we're starting to hear rumbles of it coming out in the Southeast, though not as important as it will be in the Northeast with the winter that's coming. Okay, so what are the two big issues that all these other YouTubers aren't talking about? So there's two big headwinds that could come along and really knock diesel supply out. Just think, we have 25 days of supply. So we are still in hurricane season. We have 30 days of hurricane season left. Now, if Ian had missed Florida and hit the Gulf, it would have taken out 47% of the U.S. refining capacity. And really, that's where this diesel supply issue is coming from, is it's refining. So it doesn't matter how much strategic petroleum reserve we put out there. If you don't refine it into diesel or gasoline, it's of no use. So that's not going to fix this issue. We actually need it to be refined, and that's where the limitation is. So we are in hurricane season. The 15th storm of the season is currently in the Caribbean Sea with a 90% likelihood of turning into a named storm over the next 2 days. So once that thing gets ripping and tearing, like, we're really going to figure out which direction it's going to head. And if it heads to the Gulf, we're in really, really big trouble. So this is not a doom and gloom. This is just giving you guys a heads up of what's really coming along out there. And if that starts to happen, run to the store and buy all the food you can, because once diesel becomes short, you're not going to have any food on the shelves, and a lot of supplies are really going to be limited. So keep an eye on it. I'm not saying go now, but be ready. The second big issue that no one's talking about or looking at is China being shut down. So if they reverse policy and get rid of this no COVID policy and open back up, one, it'll be a huge boom for their economy. So I think that's something that they're more than likely gonna want to embrace here shortly. Think about when we came out of those shutdowns, how everything went. Everybody was out spending money. Everybody was out at restaurants. The economy just exploded. People were buying things. So if they pivot and do that, their diesel usage is going to go through the roof. And this is a global diesel issue. Now, we're only talking about the US right now, but understand it will have ripple effects. Now, the last thing you want to see is your politician put limitations on petroleum exports or on price caps. So we are a net energy exporter. It's where we derive a lot of our trade. We make a lot of money off of exporting oil. We cannot shut that down. That is not the answer. That will have even worse implications. So don't root for that. Don't get on board for that. So the last thing that I really want to leave everybody with, and I know I'm ripping through this one, I'm trying to make it quick and short. So why are we not hearing about anyone yelling for the cruise industry to be shut down? I know this is random and out of left field, but your average cruise ship uses 250 tons of diesel per day. Let me put that in a different perspective. It's 80,000 gallons of diesel per day. That's one ship. If we shut down the cruise industry, we're gonna have a lot more diesel. So I think that's our best alternative and our best way out of this. I don't know. There's no way to get more refineries up in a quick and efficient way. It takes years to get a refinery spun up, lots of red tape, lots of building. We haven't invested in the petroleum industry to the tune of $600 billion a year for the last 10 years. We are woefully behind. This isn't an easy fix. We've got to start to look at some different options. I vote the cruise industry, huge polluter, uses a ton of diesel. Keep an eye on the storms and just be ready. Also watch out for any news coming out of China that they open back up. If that happens, be ready. You need to be hitting the store and stocking up, because we're in a world of hurt. Most shipping in this country occurs by semi-truck, which uses diesel. Diesel is the blood of the economy. And if it goes low, we're in trouble.